another one for you, Joe. What do you do for adductor health, rehab, strength, and mobility wise?
Just retweak them over and over and over again so that they just turn into scar tissue, and then you'll never have to worry about it. That's a joke. But I have to take a lot of care with my adductors, especially recently. I don't know. It's very interesting because like over the past year and a half, I've just been using the adductors way more frequently or feeling them more on my squat. I don't know, because I've primarily been competing in reps, and I've been trying to sort of like open my hips more, or I don't know. It's a lot of stuff to be considered there, but I will consistently both warm up and cool down with the Copenhagen adductor drill, which is basically just a side plank with adduction of the legs to wake them up, and the purpose behind that, because it's not just, I see a lot of people have reshared this over this movement over the past like year because it's gotten more and more popular, but so many people will do it and they'll be hunched over and like rounded and doing it. The purpose behind it is you are using the entire body as a system during the movement, just as if you were doing it as a squat. So you should prioritize your IAP, the intra-abdominal pressure, and the bracing first. You should project the spine like you're squatting, like you're deadlifting or whatever, and then warm the adductors up, because it's tying everything. It's tying the body together as a unit while also actively warming the adductors up. And I will do a lot of single leg work, a lot of unilateral work, because I tend to find that when I do that and I slow that down considerably, I can get the muscles moving, or get the muscles that I really need to be used, and to be strengthened. And that, like, it can be as subtle a change as the angle at which I place my foot, or which side of my foot I put pressure on, whether I'm pushing the foot down or trying to screw the foot in. But doing that unilaterally and focusing on control, because if I can't control it, like if I can't do a semi-assisted pistol squat, like as slow and controlled as I need to on my left side as I can on my right, that tells me that there's an issue that I need to address on my left side. And then you go on to think about that. What's the adductor that I consistently tweak? It's my left one. So maybe you can take data from that and then figure out, okay, I should probably do a little bit more for that side, or focus on it a little bit further. But single leg work and the Copenhagen are the bomb. And warm your glutes up way more than you think you should, or just use them better.
Dave, Janice, any thoughts on that?
No, I just want to point out that if Joe was dealing with a quad tendon injury instead of the adductor, the whole answer would have been different. So he's dealing with a reoccurring issue, which part of what you said is true. You kind of want to keep scar tissue on there until after the meet, because when it starts breaking apart is when re-injury can happen, until you can give it enough time to completely heal, and rest. So it's kind of that type of thing. But I'm only putting this out here because you don't want if people don't have that issue, you don't want them all doing that. You need to address whatever your weak points are, / injuries. Mm-hmm. If something's getting injured, it's definitely a weak point. So you address whatever that is. So there's a lot of people that are afraid. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to tear an adductor, so they're going to do all this stuff. All right. Well, at the same time, they're afraid they're going to tear a quad, so they're going to do all that stuff. And meanwhile, their upper back is weak as fuck. Mm-hmm. So they got to focus on what you got to focus on. And
just another thing to think about is, like, so if it's my adductor, or if it's your quad tendon, or if it's your tricep tendon or whatever, how do you strengthen the integrity of, like, tendons or tendinous regions? Is, like, again, read the textbooks. It's high reps. So like 30, 40, 50, for like tendon integrity. And if you like, why do you think so many people will do the band push downs? Like, people do them because they see other people do them. And then they're like, okay, everybody else does this, I'm going to do that. But why do you think the first individual was like, all right, I'm going to do 100 reps on the banded tricep pushdowns? It's not just for a wicked tricep pump. It's for tendon integrity, because the people that applied that originally, the shirted benchers, they were fucking blowing tendons off the bone. So like, how the fuck do we get around this? Okay, we're going to strengthen the tendons themselves. If your quad tendon has issues, you better be doing some slow and controlled and fucking killer number of reps, leg extensions, or sissy squats, or what did we do the other day? The the TKEs and those fucking isometric sissy squats. Like, and it's just thinking like, okay, what is the purpose behind what I'm doing? What's the thing that I'm worried about, or what is the issue? What's the thing that keeps getting the reoccurring injury that I'm facing, and how do you apply it? Or what do you use to help it, or at least manage it going into a meet, depending on where you're at in the training cycle, whether or not you expect to fix it or just sort of band-aid it until after the meet when you can fix it.
Wait. All right, guys, if you've been, I had this stupid shit. All right, guys, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, select notifications, but also keep in mind, we do have a website. It's elitefts.com. On our website, we put up 2 new articles every single day, 7 days a week. We also have training blogs that are updated daily, coaching blogs which are updated daily, archived history of over 1 million Q&As that are on the website. So check out our website. Also check out our Instagram, which is at elitefts, and my personal Instagram, which is at @underthebar, as we're always putting new content there as well. So check them all out, because we have different content on all different channels.